Forces of grade 5. Do you know what is a force? Force is either a push or a put. When you kick a ball, you are applying the force of push to it. Another example is when you open the door from inside, you are applying the force of pull. You don't even know, but you apply the forces to some things every day. Even when you pick up something, you are applying the force of pull to it. There are two forces: balanced forces and unbalanced forces. For example, a book is lying on the table. The force of gravity is pushing it onto the table. At the same time, there is another force that is pushing in the opposite direction, upward direction. These two forces are balanced, so the book remains still. If the forces become unbalanced, the book will move. In the same way, if there are two teams playing tug of war, both teams are applying same force to the rope, so that will be balanced. But if one team pulls harder than the other team, the forces become unbalanced and movement will occur. Okay. Then there are four types of forces: buoyancy, gravity, friction, and air resistance. Buoyancy is a force that works in water. It is an upward pressure, which is why boats float on water. If there would be no force of buoyancy, the boat, ship, nothing could float on the water. Gravity. Gravity is a force of pull. It pulls things towards the earth. There's gravity on the earth, so it because of gravity, the things are to the ground. It pulls to the ground. For example, if you jump, you won't be there in the sky or in the air. You would of course come down to the land again. So that is because of gravity. It pulls you towards itself, towards the earth. Another is friction. It is the force that slows or stops objects that are sliding past each other. For example, slide. When you slide, when you take a slide, if there would be more friction, so there would be more force and you would slow down. There would be more friction, so you would slow down. That's why it is recommended to be less friction in slides. Then air resistance. It's type of friction, but instead of one object rubbing against another like it's in friction, air slows the object. For example, when you throw shuttlecock to the sky, to the air, so if there would be a wind, if there would be a strong wind, so of course the speed of shuttle will increase or it may be slow if there would be no air. So maybe it would slow down. Even if you put it hard, soon it would slow down because of air resistance. So, if these and other forces are acting on everything, why are things not always moving or changing direction? They do not always move or change direction because forces balance each other at certain points. When this happens, objects either stay still or keep moving at the same rate. There is a word for this. It is inertia. Do you know there is also a normal force? This is the force that operates when two still objects are in the contact with each other. For example, if there is a book on the table, I give you this example. So there's a book. So two forces are there: gravity and normal force. The force which is pulling the book upwards is the normal force, and the force under it which is pulling it is gravity. So I hope you have understood about forces, balanced and unbalanced forces, and four types of forces. So we'll meet you in the next video. Till then,